Hello mga kapitbahay, hello mga kakaruba. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just in case you haven't done yet, please subscribe, share, and click that bell button below so you will be notified for my next video. Let us spread love, joy, happiness, and good vibes. All this for God's glory. Thank you. God bless. Hello guys, good morning. Sorry for the mess of my room. Hindi ko pa natutupi yung aking naghalo na yung nilaban ko tsaka yung aking ipapabagahing mga RTWs for my loved ones. So may mga tag price pa. Anyway, today's vlog is I'd like to share with you guys my daily devotion method, and I'm praying that it would be helpful to you when you make your own devotion also. So I just had my morning prayer. Now I'm ready to make my devotion. So as you can see guys, I have my ready-made form already, where you can find there are 3 columns. One is for observation, one is for interpretation, and one is for application. And I have my Bible. No, nagpapalit na siya. I've been using this for a very long period. This Bible came from my wife. So first is the observation. In this section, you will have to highlight who are the characters, all the things that these characters about their actions, about their thoughts, about their words, all things that you can observe regarding these characters. Like I always make this explanation to others. When you make an observation, it's like you are making a focus, like you are holding a flashlight and you focus on one character, what he thinks that he said, all things that all of his action, his words, his reactions, like those, who are the characters, and what else, the place, the setting, the time, all those you have to observe. So basically it answers who, where, when, what. These are the things that you have to note under the observations. Who are the characters? What are the things that they have said, that they did, things that all those things you have to note under observation. Now in interpretation, it answers the question why and how. Like why he said this, why he has that reaction, why he did that. So basically interpretation, we can come up with some principles, some lessons all the things that we have observed based on our observation. So uh, interpretation has connection with the observation. If we don't observe properly, then we cannot interpret properly. And if we cannot see the interpretation, then there's nothing to be applied. So basically, application is based on the things that we have noted under interpretation. The first thing you do is to choose a text. So at this point of time, we have chosen our text from Matthew chapter 12, verses 46 to 50. It says, "While Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brothers stood outside wanting to speak to him. Someone told him, 'Your mother and brother are standing outside wanting to speak to you.' He replied to him, 'Who is my mother and who is my brothers?' Pointing to his disciples, he said, 'Here are my mother and my brothers, for whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother.'" So I remember when I was a baby Christian, when I was still like a protege, my what do you call this? A brother of mine in Christ advised me to start reading John, the Gospel of John. When you are a baby Christian, you have to start one book from the Old Testament and one book from the New Testament. And he advised me to start in the book of John and in Genesis. But just for the sake of sharing this universally used method of studying the Bible, which is the OIA, the observation, interpretation, and application, I have chosen the text Matthew chapter 12. So later, guys, I'll show you my notes so you can have like a reference on how to study the Bible using the OIA. Okay, guys, God bless. So this is the sample, guys, what I did. First, I focus to Jesus, all the things that he has said and his reaction. For example, in our text, Jesus was talking to the crowd, and someone informed him or told him that his mother and brother are standing outside and wanting to speak to him. And then I have noted what Jesus have replied. He said, who is my mother and who are my brothers?" And then later he pointed to his disciples and he said, "Here are my mother and brothers." Wow, it's very powerful words. "And for whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." And in that is the things that I have noted under observation. I have focused to Jesus, and these are the things that I have noted, I have observed about Jesus. And based on this observation, I have come up with the interpretation, and from there I have realized. So in interpretation, here you can have the realization, the conclusion, the lessons that you have come up based on your observation. So I have realized that there are two kinds of families. Pardon me, please. Families. Number one is you have family in flesh, where you were born physically. You have the physical birth. And another kind of family is the spiritual family. where you have a spiritual birth. In this spiritual family, you are recognized and acknowledged by Jesus, which is very important to the life of a person, that you are acknowledged and recognized by Jesus as a member of his family. And as a family, in a spiritual family, they do the will of the Father in heaven, and of course they are with Jesus, listening to him. So I have come up with the conclusion that a person who is born physically should experience spiritual birth in Jesus. So from this realization and conclusion, I can have this application. So number one, letter A: do we have or are we in spiritual family? And is Jesus a member of your family? So we know that family is very important to the life of a person. So there in the family, you can have the foundation, and you can share the love, the affection, the help that you need. So it's very important to have a family. So being in the family of God is one thing, and it's something. Jesus also said in John, when he was talking to Nicodemus, I think, to the teacher of the law, Jesus told him, you must be born again. So it means you must have a spiritual birth. You must have a spiritual family. So this is how important to be in the family of God. So you'll never be an orphan. So we know if you are orphan, you are in a very distressed situation. So it's a nice experience, it's a nice feeling, and it is helpful for you to have a spiritual family. So you must have a born again experience, you must have a spiritual birth. So that is the importance of being a born again. So it is about being in the family of God. Okay guys, I hope this video will help you to have your personal Bible study journey. So if you have any comments, or if you have any concern regarding our lesson OIA, if you have any clarification, please comment down below. So thank guys, continue to support my channel. God bless.
Sorry ass DJ.